Hey guys, and welcome back to Z3 Cubing. And these are a set of Cubesmith shade shifting stickers that are about a decade old. Now before I actually put them on a Rubik's Cube and show you what they look like, I want to tell you the story behind them, because it's actually a lot more interesting than you might think. So it's time for a quick history lesson. Cubesmith was an awesome company that made and sold a huge variety of Rubik's Cube stickers. They offered countless different styles and colors of stickers for dozens of different puzzles. You can actually go check out what their website used to look like using the Wayback Machine. It seems like they existed from 2005 to around 2016 and expanded their offerings significantly throughout the years. One of their most popular products were called tiles, basically slightly textured and more durable stickers. I would put them on all my favorite puzzles back in the day, and they're still holding up great. Now, another interesting but much lesser known product they made were these shade shifting stickers. They were released in early 2009, but then unfortunately discontinued later that year. They continued selling them until stock ran out, which happened pretty quickly for their 3x3 sets. However, by the time I started this channel in 2014, they actually still had 2x2 sets in stock. So I bought some in one of the very first unboxings on this channel. I had no plans for them at the time, but I wanted to get a set before they all ran out. And good thing I did, because Cubesmith actually went out of business a couple years after that. Anyway, it's now 7 years later, and I actually have not one, but two unopened sets of original Cubesmith stickers. The other one is for a 4x4, complete with that nostalgia-inducing logo right there. So I actually went ahead and bought a cheap Maylong 2x2 and 4x4 to put these two sets of stickers onto. I'm going to remove all the old stickers, which ironically were manufactured years later than these, and then put on the old new ones. And then we can finally see how cool these shade shifting stickers look, probably more than a decade after they were made, in one of the longest unboxing to stickering timelines in history. So let's start the time lapse. Alright, so here are the two cubes with brand new stickers, or I guess the two sets of stickers with brand new cubes. So we're going to take a look at the 2x2 in a minute, but first let's just check out this 4x4. And yeah, back when I started cubing around a decade ago, this would have been one good looking speed cube. And if you were to give it to a cuber from 2011, the performance of this thing would blow their minds, even though it's only a cheap budget cube today. These were the nice looking sticker shades that everyone would buy, much more akin to something like an original Rubiks brand than the crazy bright stickers we have today. And keep in mind that this was way before the popularity of stickerless cubes. So yeah, I hope that these sticker shades and this logo bring back as many memories for some of you as they do for me, just as I was starting to get into cubing. So you may have already gathered that the idea of these shade shifting stickers is that they look a different color depending on what angle you're seeing them at. It's a little bit finicky with the lighting setup I have, and it definitely looks a lot more colorful in person, but you can still definitely see when you're looking at this head on that the primary color is gold and the secondary color is supposed to be silver. And then if you flip it around, the primary color is silver on this side, again a little bit hard to see on camera, but then if you turn it to the side, it becomes green. So yeah, I made sure and put silver and gold opposite each other, just like white and yellow on a normal cube. And then if you flip it over to the side, we have blue opposite green. And then if you look at those from an angle, we get red, which looks more purple on camera, and purple, which also looks very purple on camera. And then the final two sides are where the normal cube color scheme kind of starts to break down. We have what they call cyan, which is a lot lighter than the other blue, and then we have what they call magenta. And if we look at those from another angle, we have yet another purple, lots of purple going on. And we have this sort of orangey gold. And yeah, it all seems very contrived and gimmicky when I'm just showing it to you one set at a time, but that's because unfortunately the camera really can't capture the color unless the light is shining directly on it. In real life, when I'm looking at the cube like this, I can still very clearly see these colors, so I guess you're gonna have to take my word for it. It looks pretty awesome. Anyway, while we're here, let's go ahead and scramble this cube up and do a quick solve. This 2x2 actually turns pretty well. I wasn't really expecting that. And okay, the fact that so many of the secondary colors are purple is really playing tricks on me, because this looks like one solid side right there, but if we look head on, we can see that it's actually blue and green separately. So we can go ahead and maybe find another green piece, move that over to a green piece right there. So there we have three of them. And let's find one more green piece. Oh, that's funny. That one looked green to me for a second, but it turns out it was actually just off-axis silver. I think the secondary color for green is actually purple, so none of those are purple. Oh, that one's purple, and it's actually green. So we can go ahead and put that into the last green slot right there, and now we have our first side. And then what is our OLL? So opposite green is blue. These two are blue, And it looks like these two are blue. So we have headlights. This cyan here was confusing me for a second. So we put this on the left, do that. And now we have our two opposite sides solved. And then it looks like these two are the same. So we just have a bar there, and we also have a bar here. So we can go ahead and do our algorithm and finish things up. And let's just double check and make sure we got it. And that is a solved 2x2. To be honest, that was actually easier than I expected, even looking through the camera where it's a lot harder to actually see the colors. I guess matching up colors on a 2x2 is quite a lot easier than like on a 3x3 where you have to like match up F2L pairs. That would be pretty difficult. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be getting my hands on a 3x3 set of these, considering they were discontinued about 12 years ago. And one more thing to note is that these stickers obviously weren't meant for a modern speed cube with the super rounded corners. Tells you a lot about how cubes performed back then. But yeah, that made putting these stickers on pretty difficult, and it's definitely not perfect. They are all kind of hanging off a little bit. Oh well. So for those of you who have been around long enough, let me know what your experiences were like with Cubesmith. For the rest of you who just think I'm weird for making a video about a couple sets of stickers, well, I hope you at least enjoyed, because that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys next time.